And if they've posed it, haven't made the distinction, and therefore are counting as engagement with God through spiritual affections what is in fact what Edwards would call the moving of animal spirits and fluids. Now, I personally like to have my fluids moved. And therefore, I run a great risk here and am working with Chuck all the time, our worship leaders and our staff, just saying, this is the danger. Let us seek not to avoid good tunes that we all like, but rather teach our people to, with the eye and the ear of the heart, to hear the music of truth and beauty in God. And I can't give you 4 ways to do that. That's a miracle. That's regeneration. That's sanctification. That's God's work. I can describe it in words, but I can't make it happen. And we need to point it out so that our people will cry out for it. They'll come in, they'll sit down in these pews next Sunday, and they'll have an awareness. That's a beautiful prelude. Oops! What am I supposed to do with that prelude? I am supposed to let it be a vehicle by which my mind is drawn up to God who created those patterns, and therefore what a God it must be who has created this. I don't have it in here, I don't think, but there's a quote from his seeing of the ocean. Here. Just use the ocean here as music. There is a grandeur of the spectacle of the sea itself as it slips on and off its many colors like robes. And now is all shades of green, now purple, now sky blue. And all these are mere consolations for us unhappy, punished men. They are not the rewards of the blessed. What can these be like, the rewards of the blessed, then, if such things here are so many, so great, and of such a quality? That's the way to handle beauty. If these things here are so great and so wonderful, he even praised the intellect of pagans. He said, if pagans can rise so high with their intellect and cause us to stand in awe of the intellect with which they defend their heresies, should we not marvel at the God who created them? So he did have a place for all the senses and all of the intellect.
Thank you for listening to this message by John Piper, pastor for preaching at Bethlehem Baptist Church in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Feel free to make copies of this message to give to others, but please do not charge for those copies or alter the content in any way without permission. We invite you to visit Desiring God online at www.desiringgod.org. There you'll find hundreds of sermons, articles, radio broadcasts, and much more, all available to you at no charge. Our online store carries all of Pastor John's books, audio, and video resources. You can also stay up to date on what's new at Desiring God. Again, our website is www.desiringgod.org. Or call us toll-free at 1-888-346-4700. Our mailing address is Desiring God, 2601 East Franklin Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55406. Desiring God exists to help you make God your treasure, because God is most glorified in us when we are most satisfied in Him.